In a politically charged moment that underscores the delicate balance of leadership transition within Zambia's opposition landscape, Acting Patriotic Front President Given Lubinda has issued a firm statement regarding the future of the Tonse alliance. Speaking during a televised interview on KBN TV, Lubinda emphasized that any individual aspiring to lead the Tonse alliance must first be a member of the Patriotic Front Party. His remarks come at a time of heightened speculation surrounding succession plans and internal party dynamics following the death of former President Edgar Lungu. Lubinda's declaration was not merely a procedural note, it was a strategic assertion of PF's centrality within the opposition coalition. By stating unequivocally that the Tonse Alliance presidency is contingent upon PF membership, Lubinda sought to reaffirm the party's dominance and legitimacy as the anchor of the broader opposition movement. This statement also signals a potential recalibration of the alliance's internal power structure, especially as Zambia approaches a new electoral cycle. The timing of Lubinda's comments was particularly sensitive. He began by urging restraint among PF members, calling on them to suspend personal ambitions until the late President Lungu is laid to rest. "My boss is still above earth, his remains are still in the morgue, and for me to start talking about my ambitions will be totally immoral," Lubinda stated, appealing to party loyalty and national decorum. This appeal for patience was framed as a moral imperative, suggesting that political maneuvering in the wake of Lungu's death would be inappropriate and disrespectful. Yet Lubinda's own remarks revealed a nuanced tension. While advocating for silence and unity, he simultaneously revisited the 2022 PF convention, explaining why he had not declared interest in the presidency at that time. "At that stage I did not express interest. I feared people would have said, 'He's vice president, and now he wants to vie for this position,'" he explained. This retrospective justification subtly hinted at his evolving political calculus and the shifting circumstances that now make leadership aspirations more viable. Lubinda's dual messaging, calling for restraint while signaling readiness, reflects the complex dynamics within PF. The party remains in a transitional phase, grappling with internal divisions, legal uncertainties, and the broader challenge of redefining its role in Zambia's political future. The acting president acknowledged that PF is preparing for a convention, but noted that the process cannot proceed until the courts provide clearance. This legal bottleneck has left the party in a state of suspended animation, with leadership ambitions simmering beneath the surface. The Tonse Alliance itself is a coalition of opposition forces that came together to challenge the ruling United Party for National Development, UPND. While PF has historically played a dominant role within the alliance, Lubinda's assertion that its leadership must come from PF is both a reaffirmation of party primacy and a potential source of friction among coalition partners. Smaller parties within the alliance may view this stance as exclusionary, raising questions about the coalition's long-term cohesion and democratic ethos. Lubinda also used the interview to critique the government's handling of Lungu's death, describing it as a source of national embarrassment. He argued that Zambia should have accorded the former president a more dignified farewell, framing the issue as one of national pride and institutional respect. This criticism aligns with PF's broader strategy of portraying the UPND administration as lacking in decorum and reverence for national symbols. By invoking Lungu's legacy, Lubinda sought to galvanize party members and sympathizers around a shared sense of grievance and identity. The political implications of Lubinda's remarks are manifold. First, they set the stage for a contested leadership transition within PF, where multiple factions may vie for control once the convention is authorized. Second, they signal a tightening of PF's grip on the Tonse Alliance, potentially alienating smaller parties and reshaping the coalition's internal dynamics. Third, they reflect a broader narrative of opposition consolidation, where PF seeks to reassert itself as the principal alternative to the ruling party. From a strategic standpoint, Lubinda's comments serve to manage expectations within PF while positioning himself as a stabilizing figure. His emphasis on party unity, moral restraint, and procedural legitimacy is designed to project leadership maturity and institutional continuity. At the same time, his subtle signaling of ambition suggests that he is preparing to step into a more prominent role once the appropriate conditions are met. The broader context of Zambian politics adds further layers to this development. The country is navigating a post-Lungu era marked by economic challenges, governance debates, and shifting public sentiment. The opposition's ability to present a coherent and credible alternative will depend not only on internal party discipline, but also on its capacity to articulate a compelling national vision. In this regard, PF's internal dynamics and Lubinda's role within them will be critical. Moreover, the Tonse alliance's future hinges on its ability to balance party interests with coalition unity. Lubinda's assertion of PF leadership may strengthen the party's position, but it also risks undermining the alliance's inclusive appeal. As Zambia moves toward the next electoral cycle, the opposition will need to navigate these tensions carefully, ensuring that strategic clarity does not come at the expense of democratic pluralism. In conclusion, given Lubinda's statement marks a pivotal moment in Zambia's opposition politics. It reflects the Patriotic Front's strategic intent to reclaim leadership within the Tonse alliance, manage internal succession, and critique the ruling party's governance. While framed as a call for unity and respect, the remarks also reveal the underlying ambitions and calculations shaping PF's future trajectory. As the party awaits legal clearance for its convention, and as the nation prepares to honor the legacy of Edgar Lungu, the path forward remains fraught with complexity, opportunity, and political intrigue. The party remains in transition, factions await clearance, and the alliance must weigh unity against party primacy. Lubinda's posture blends restraint and readiness, a balancing act that will shape PF's next moves. For political observers, the coming weeks will be telling. Legal rulings, party conventions, and alliance meetings will reveal whether PF's claim holds or fractures the coalition. The stakes are national. Economic challenges, governance debates, and public sentiment all feed into the opposition's future. How PF manages its internal process and coalition relationships will determine its ability to present a credible alternative. Lubinda's statement is both a tactical move and a message to allies and rivals alike. In conclusion, given Lubinda's statement marks a pivotal moment in Zambia's opposition politics. It reflects the Patriotic Front's strategic intent to reclaim leadership within the Tonse alliance, manage internal succession, and critique the ruling party's governance. While framed as a call for unity and respect, the remarks also reveal the underlying ambitions and calculations shaping PF's future trajectory. As the party awaits legal clearance for its convention, and as the nation prepares to honor the legacy of Edgar Lungu, the path forward remains fraught with complexity, opportunity, and political intrigue.